So now I'm going to show us a new skills though that will be pivotal to our success in this task and in senior. So I'd suggest you pay attention, because what we've just learned is how we do it manually. Now we need to do it manually for our assessment. We have to do our own line of best fit, but this is a great way to check how effective it is. So below here I'm going to get you to write Y1. Then you're going to look for this little symbol here. So this special little symbol there, it'll be in your numbers keyboard. So if you go to your numbers keyboard, you'll see the little, it's an approximation sign, sort of like a hyphen but squiggly. You're going to write M X1 plus C. Revise that, so it's Y1, little hyphen thingy with squiggle, M X1 plus C. Now once we've got that, what I want us to do is to look. So we're off here in 3, 2, 1. So now we've got this function here, correct? Is everyone at the point where they've got that? What I want you to do is I want you to read these numbers over the right hand side. What do you see when you read that?
Right.
So you've got an M value. What does the M value tell you?
Negative 3,000.
Negative 3,500, correct? Is that the same as what we had before? No, it's not exactly the same, is it? Is it pretty close? It is pretty close. So what this is giving us is it's giving us the line of best fit that gives us the closest point. So it's the best line of best fit the computer model can have. So it's probably better than our model, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. What other values can we see there?
Y-intercept.
We've got our y-intercept, our C value, which was
29,600.
29,600. Not exactly the same as ours, but again, pretty close.
Yeah.
There's 2 more numbers on there. Can we tell me what they are? Or what do you reckon they are, mate? The 2 other numbers, not the M and the C. What are the other values we have? R and? Now this is the key information. This is what you should be writing in your book. R squared is a correlation value. I'll say that again. R squared is a correlation value. How do you want? For your viewing.
What do you think?
I'll tell you in a sec. R squared is our correlation value. It tells us how close our line goes to our points. So the R squared value is the correlation value, and it tells us how close our line goes to our points. So if your R squared value, Jack, I can't believe you've already written that down. So if your R squared value is near 1, so if it's like 0.9 something, if your R squared value is near 1, then you have a good fit. Does that make sense? So if your R squared value is near 1, you've got a good fit. Now that's all well and good. But I don't want to see what the perfect line of best fit is. I want to see how good my line of best fit is. How could I do that? What could I change about this? Well, what was my M value before? What was my M?
3.
So rather than writing M here, James, what I could do is write negative 3333.3. What was my C value? 30,000. What can I see now? I can see our line of best fit, can't I? And I can see with this r squared value, is it good?
No.
9.97, is that pretty good? It's pretty good, correct? It's not as good as the other model, but it's pretty good still. So if I'm sitting here and I'm a year 10 student, and I'm thinking, well, how can I apply this to my assignment? Doing this, does that take any mathematical understanding? Not really. There's no real mathematical understanding. What about what's on the board here? Does that take mathematical understanding? So if you want to showcase mathematical understanding, you should be doing what's on the board, correct? However, if you want to showcase outstanding mathematical understanding, then you should be saying, well, this is what I've found. This is the best model, and this tells me how good my model is. This is why it's a good fit for my data. This is why it's not a good fit for my data. What are you showcasing when you say those sorts of things? What type of understanding? It starts with C. Comprehensive, and you're being very critical. You're being very critical about what's good and what's not good. And that showcases the students that are at that level versus the students that are a little bit below that. Cool? So these, just to summarise, these are tools to help us make meaning. They are not there to do our assignment. Sweet. You will do this in senior. It's a really good skill set to pick up.